everybody, welcome to the channel for another video. Today we are going to do a little get ready with me using affordable, pretty much affordable drugstore makeup for the most part, except for a couple things. But we'll talk about that. But before we get started, if you're new, welcome. So happy that you're here. And if you're returning, welcome back. All right, so let's get started, shall we? So I haven't done a get ready with me for a while, so I thought, I'll just come on and do that, right? Oh, and I forgot to tell you, my name's Gloria. I may not have said that, but anyway, that's my name. But anyway, so I thought I would come on and do a pretty much all affordable makeup look, except for my primer, because I don't really have an affordable, what you would consider affordable primer at the moment. So if you guys can suggest a good drugstore hydrating primer, let me know, because I'm on the lookout for one. All right, let's just get this. I'm going to use my First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. And this was sent to me in friend mail from my friend, Miss Jeannie. I'll link her channel in the description below. Let's just get this on real quick. So how's everybody doing? How was your weekend? How is your weather? We got over 12 inches of snow. So all of last week, we were not able to get out. We live in the country in a rural area. And so the roads do not get graded. They're not the first ones they grade. They're the last ones that they grade. So they didn't grade them until late Wednesday. They finally graded the roads. Well, they got the roads cleared, but we couldn't get out of our driveway. And on Thursday, my husband and I tried to get out of our driveway to go buy some groceries, but we couldn't get out. Slip, slide, there was no getting out. He doesn't have a four-wheel drive, which we've been talking about getting a four-wheel drive truck because we're going to be here till we're gone. And so, yeah, we need something to be able to get around in weather like this, because it looks like we're going to start getting this weather, it seems like, the last few years. And yeah, so we weren't able to get out. We finally were able to get out on Friday. The only reason why we were able to get out on Friday is toward the end of our driveway, my oldest son and my husband went and dug out all the snow, so that when he got up there, he could get some traction to get we could get onto the road. So we finally were able to get out Friday and go buy some groceries. Yeah. Anyway, and then the temps dropped Friday night again, and we had so much snow that it had melt because the temps were below freezing. All week long they were either in the single digits or the teens, and at night they got below zero. I think we got like to -7, -8 below, and so it didn't melt. Well, Friday we thought we got to get out and go get some groceries. We got out. It took a little bit, but we got out. Okay, so we got that on. So then I'm going to put on some of this. You know what I need to do first? I need to do an eye brightener. I almost forgot. I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener. And it isn't, I don't know what shade it is, but it's the lightest shade, whatever that is. Just kind of tap that in. It doesn't get rid of the dark circles completely, but it does help them not look so bad, right? Or at least I think they do. So put some of that on. And then I'm going to use my little sponge from Lorella. So I got in a giveaway from Laurie Latimer. Sisfantastic. I will link her. Try to remember to link her and Miss Jeannie in the description below. Sometimes I forget and have to go back and do it, but it'll get done. So. All right. So my skin, I'm 61 years old. My skin is dry as dry can be, even drier in the colder months. And so I have to really make sure I hydrate it, especially if I'm going to use this one foundation that I'm going to use, because it tends to, if I hydrate my skin really well, then it'll look all right. It looks okay, but if I don't, then it doesn't. So yeah. So it's the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. That's what I'm going to use today in Fair Neutral. So we're just going to use that. Let me check this. I was going to put some of this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion on, but I think using this First Aid Beauty Primer, I think will be enough. I think. We're going to find out. So yeah, so how is everybody doing? So other than that, I'm fine. We got out on Friday, which was nice to get out of the house. And my husband was not able to work all week. He has his own business, construction. So I mean, the road, it was just too nasty, too cold, too bad to work. But anyway, so yeah. All right, so I'm going to use this is my Alter Ego 106 brush. I don't have the BK Beauty 101, but this looks a lot like it, and I love this brush. And I actually ordered a second one that should be here today as a backup, because I like it that much. All right, I'm going to fast forward this because you've seen me put on foundation. You've seen foundation that be put on 100 times, so we're going to fast forward through the foundation. All right, so that's the foundation. We've got that on. Okay, so we have that on. And we have the eyeshadow primer. And the eyeshadow primer I used is my Beauty Crop Stuck On You eyeshadow primer. The reason why I went ahead and decided to use this is because I'm almost finished with it, and I want to get it finished. I've had this for years, and I need to get it finished. All right, let's see here. Let's put on a little bit of powder, not a lot, just a little. What do I want to use? I need affordable today. So I'm going to use my Beauty Creations Bifitter Translucent Powder. I'm going to use that today. And what it has a little turnstile thing, and I just like to, I just made a mess, but that's okay. I just dumped some out in the lid. And just go in with this is from Juvia's Place. This is just a powder brush. And I just like to tap it in, and then I do into my skin. I don't usually do that. I'm just going to kind of go mostly on the T-zone. And then whatever's left on the brush, I just take out onto the face. Well, I like that. And I still, it didn't take away the glow. I still have that, which is what I want to keep, because my skin is extremely dry. And especially this time of the year with the temps we've had and the heat. When we have a humidifier, an in-house humidifier, but you know what? It only does so much, right? Okay, we got that done. All right, now let's find a blush that's a drugstore blush that I want to use today. I think I'm going to use, do I want to use my NYX? You know what? I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution. This one is the Ultra Blush. This is the Sugar and Spice. And what I do, it's broken, but that's okay. I take these two here, and I kind of go back and forth between them, and I put it, and that's kind of I use it like a blush lighter because it's kind of a blush and highlighter both. So that's what we're going to do today. Let me find the brush I want to use. We'll use this other Juvia's Place brush here. We'll use that. So I just kind of go back and forth, like, I mean, I just go, you know, back and forth. Just put that on, like that. Do the other cheek. And see, because it has a highlighter effect. So to me, it's like a blush lighter is how I use it, I guess. Works to kill two birds with one stone. That's how I look at it. So that's my blush lighter. I mean, my Revolution Blush and Sugar and Spice. And I used these two, which there's no shade names. But I used these two here. I just did combine them. And that's what I come up with. I like that. I do that a lot. I use this a lot. All right, we got that done. I did put a little bit on my nose. All right. Okay, put this up. I don't need it. Now, let's do our eyes. Let's do our eyes. So what am I going to use for my eyeshadow, which is a drugstore eyeshadow brand? Makeup Revolution. This is the Reloaded Iconic 3.0. We are going to use this palette. I love this palette. I use it a lot. I like this palette, so we're going to use that today. So, there's no shade names. So, what I'm going to do is just take an AOA Studios brush. What is this? E102. It's kind of a little bit of an angle. We're going to take that and I'm going to go into this color right here. I'm just going to start putting it in here, tapping that in, and I always tap first before I blend. And I gotta get a blending brush because I do have hooded eyes and I do have crepey eyelids, and if I just go in and start swiping, then it's patchy and I got way too much. But anyway, now we're going to do some blending with another AOA brush. This is the E101. It's just a rounded brush. So then I just go in and I just start blending it. Now today I'm probably only going to use a couple of colors. Sometimes I use two colors. A lot of times I just use two colors. Sometimes I use 3 or 4, but I've gotten to where here lately I like just using no more than 3 colors, but most of the time just 2 colors. Kind of do it like that. Let's do the other eye. Like that, and then we're going to blend. Kind of blend it up to kind of smooth that out. Right, a little bit there. That's all right though. Like that. Because I do have crepey hooded eyes, and when you get my age, I mean, that's part of aging, and I'm okay with that. You have to adapt. You have to adapt. So that's what I try to do, is adapt. All right, now I'm going to put a shimmer on, but I want to put on some glitter glue first, and I have this BH Cosmetics Base Booster glitter glue. I'm going to put some of that on first. I do one eye at a time. So we'll put this on. Too much, too much. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with what shimmer? What shimmer do I want to use today? You know, I think I'm going to go in with this light shimmer. Since that's a dark brown, we're going to try that. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Let me find a flat brush. Yeah. I'm going to use this one. This might be either a Lurella. I think this might be a Lurella brush. I think. Or BH Cosmetics, one of the two. So we're just going to go in with that, which like that. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. So I know that you've noticed that I've changed my channel name, and I talked about that in another video, but I wanted to reflect more of who I am now in my life. And I'm 61 years old, and I'm aging, and you know, we can age gracefully. And just because we're aging doesn't mean we can't wear makeup. We can't wear shimmers, because I wear my shimmers every time I put makeup on. I love my shimmers. That's pretty. That turned out pretty. Let's do the other eye. So, you know, just because we're old, well, my boys tell me I'm old. And I say, well, I'm younger than your dad by about 7 years. But anyway, so put this on this eye. All right. All right. And the brush, put it on this eye. All right. We have it like that. Then we're going to take our color switch and kind of clean them up a little bit. Clean that up. Use it again tomorrow. I used to wash my brushes after every time I put makeup on, but now I just do it once a week. Once a week. But I don't wear makeup every day either, so. Unless I've used like a bold color, then we'll wash them after I'm done. All right. So that gets that. I think that's all I'm going to do for the eyes today. I think that looks good. I like that. And again, I used my Makeup Revolution. I reloaded Iconic 3.0, and I used this color and this color. Just 2 colors. And I like it. I think it looks really good. All right. So we got that done. Now what do we want to do? We need to put some eyeliner on. Do I want to put eyeliner on today? Do I want to put eyeliner on today? I don't know. I'm going to think about that when I do something with my brows. Now, I've told y'all in the past, I don't do the big whole bold brow thing. I just don't, for me, I don't like it, and I just don't do that. But I do a little something to my brows. I'm going to use this, well, that's not drugstore, though, is it? Okay, I've got this Essence Make Me Brow in Brownie Brows. This is a little bit dark, but we're going to use a little bit of it today. I got to get down here in my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. It's way too dark. And I just made a mess. Oh, Lord help. I just made a huge mess. So let me take my little thing here. I don't know what you call it. I have a really long eyelash right there, and it just came out. All right, do the other one, see if I can maybe use less. So yeah, I'm not good with doing brows, and I just don't go for the bold look, but anyway, we're doing this today. I want to try the Maybelline one out. I just haven't gotten around to getting it yet. And now I'm going to take my NYX Control Freak Clear Brow Gel and put some of that on to kind of hold them in place. A little bit like that. So just a little bit. I don't do a lot. It's not my forte. I don't pretend to know how to do them because I don't. All right. Now I don't want to put an eyeliner on. I haven't decided. And you notice I put no concealer on under my eyes because here lately I've been using this Wet n Wild Cooling Hydra Depuffer. I use that, and I've been doing a lot of eye patches lately, which are these I've been using these Trend Mood Eye Mood Revived Hydrogel eye patches for hydrating, and they really work, helping a lot with my under eye dryness. And then I've been putting this Wet n Wild Cooling Hydra Depuffer under them, that, and then just doing either I'll use the e.l.f. Yeah, this is the one I use. The e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener, a little bit of that under. And I really don't see that I need a concealer, because I've noticed here lately that concealer just really accentuates wrinkles. I mean, I've got wrinkles. I'm going to have them. They're not going to go away. I mean, it is what it is, right? But I found that if not using a concealer for the most part works better for me. So I haven't been using one lately. All right, do I want to use an eyeliner? That's the next question. I think I will. I'm going to use this Rimmel Scandal Eyes in Brown. I'm going to use that eyeliner on the top. Let's put this on. And then I like to take something, do this, just kind of smudge it out so it's not a harsh line. Do the same thing over here. Okay. And smudge it out. That way it's not a harsh line. Now for under the eyes, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this under the eyes too. smudge it a little bit so it's not harsh. At least I hope it's not. I got a little too much, but that's okay. All right, wait a minute. There we go. Okay, so we got that on. Now we're ready for some mascara. And the first thing I'm going to do is I have this Essence Lash Princess Mascara Primer. I'm going to put that on first. So, yeah, but if anybody can do, you can recommend some hydrating drugstore primers, I'd appreciate it, because I've been wanting to try some, but I don't know what to get. Oh, shoot, I got too much. Yeah, and if there is a particular video that you would like to see, let me know, and I will see what I can do. For reference, like I said, I'm 61 years old. I have mature skin. I do have wrinkles, fine lines, and some wrinkles and dark circles under my eyes. And I have crinkly eyebrows, crinkly eyelids, and very dry skin. More so dry in the, I mean, it's dry all the time, but it's really dry in the winter months. Right, I just put that on the bottom, on my top and bottom lashes. And then, I don't know, I don't think I have an affordable mascara. Because I have to be really careful about what I use on my eyes because I have very sensitive eyes. But, so today I'm going to use this LYS Lash Confidence mascara that I got in one of my in my Ipsy BoxyCharm subscription. I do like this mascara, and I found that it doesn't irritate my eyes. I normally, mostly I like a tubey mascara, but this mascara is not bad. And I do not usually I don't try not to wear waterproof mascaras because they tend to irritate my eyes, and I'm not sure if this one is a waterproof or not, to be honest with you. But it doesn't irritate my eyes, so that's good. So, all right. What have you got planned for the week? What is your week like? Mine is not a busy week at all. Staying home. Okay, so that's for the top lashes. And then I have, which is not affordable, like I said, but if you remember I said I was using mostly affordable, but I'm going to use this Estee Lauder. This is for the lower lash line. It's a black mascara. It's got a little bitty brush. I need to order some more. This is my last one, and it's kind of about to go dry. Whoops. Put this on. And I just smeared it. All right. Got that. Right, so now let's do some lips. Okay, I'm going to use my Maybelline Lifter Liner in... I have my glasses on. Let me see if I can... In 01 Cross the Line, which I think is it's a brown. So we're going to use that first. Do that. I'm not great at lining my lips, so yeah. But I do find being more mature skin and stuff that if I use a liner, it doesn't, my lipstick gloss won't bleed out. So I use one, even though I'm not that great at it. And she looks like that. Then I'm going to use my Maybelline Lifter Gloss in 029 Toast, which is a brown. We're going to use that. All right, that's it. That is what we did. So this is my finished look using pretty much all affordable drugstore makeups, except for, you know, the primer and the mascara. I think everything else was affordable. Yeah. All right. So that's it, guys. So that's what I have for today. So, yeah. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.